Hello, I'm Vincent Makori.
And I'm Dimiake Mwakaliele. This is In Focus. We start in Sudan. The vice president of Sudan's Umar party says the opposition group will not recognize President-elect Omar al-Bashir as Sudan's legitimate leader because the election had widespread irregularities.
Fadala Brahma Nasser says President Bashir and his dominant National Congress Party, NCP, were elected against the wishes and interests of Sudanese.
The Umar party joined the Sudan People's Liberation Movement, SPLM, and several other factions to boycott the poll after accusing the NCP of rigging the vote, a charge the NCP denies.
President Bashir and his supporters are celebrating his landslide win at the polls. But as Paul Ndiho reports, Sudan's leaders face many challenges in the coming months.
The celebrations were loud and boisterous as Sudan's President Omar Hassan al-Bashir, the only sitting head of state wanted by the International Criminal Court, won Sudan's first multi-party elections in 24 years. The elections received a mixed assessment from political observers, with the African Union declaring them free and fair, while the United States and others say the elections fell short of international standards. David Smoke is vice president of the U.S. Institute of Peace in Washington.
There was a minimum of violence, but it didn't have a great deal of meaning because the international observers, particularly the Carter Center and the European Union, said that the elections were deeply flawed. Most of the opposition candidates in the north running against President Omar Bashir had withdrawn and boycotted the election.
A breakdown of the presidential vote shows great support for President Bashir in the north, while Salva Kiir, president of the semi-autonomous southern region, easily won re-election with 92% of the vote.
I shall be the president of all southern Sudanese, without any distinction, based on party allegiance, regional provenance, ethnic origin, or religious faith. So please mark those words and let us move together.
With the elections now behind them, Sudan begins to focus on next year's referendum on independence for the South, a vote President Bashir has pledged to respect. But David Smoke says the government in Khartoum faces many challenges, including Darfur, an issue complicated by Mr. Bashir's international indictment for alleged crimes in Darfur.
There have been on-again, off-again negotiations in Doha, particularly between the Bashir government and the JEM, one of the major rebel groups, and some discussions with some of the other rebel groups. But while there has been an agreement on a ceasefire with the JEM, the details of what a peace agreement would look like have not really been worked out in any significant way. So that's definitely need progress on that front for Sudan to be able to go forward.
And forward means continuing the implementation of the 2005 peace deal that ended the Sudanese civil war. Paul Ndiho, VOA News.